Welcome to the Life of Joey Calvo podcast. I am Joey Calvo. Our podcast, excuse me a minute. There we go. Our podcast is part of the World Podcast Network, now with over 1,100 podcasts. Visit the World Podcast Network at https://World Podcast Network to listen to podcasts in over 12 genres. Come vote our podcast episodes up and help us rise on the leaderboard. If you have a podcast of your own, you can join for free. So, I have been out of work for a little bit because of my knee. I forgot to put the brace back on. I got to put it back on. But if you've noticed in most of the podcasts, I've been recently showing someone who's been very special to me, who's been the number one fan of this podcast, sends questions to back me up. She's the number one supporter, and she's a real-life superheroine. And yes, I'm talking about American Fox. I've done podcasts about her before, even that, where I've talked about her. First of all, she does not have a secret identity. She's American Fox 24/7. She's very beautiful. She's amazing. She's been my heart. It's like I've been trusting her more than I've been trusting everybody else. Because she knows who I am, and she's gotten to know me, and she got to know who I am. And I got to know who she is. A great superheroine, fights crime at night, and wears a mask during the day. It upset. You have to pardon me for being upset, because I'm slowly breaking up my friendship with her because of how I feel and what I've been doing, and I want to reintroduce her to you tonight in an impromptu podcast. She's the greatest person you'll ever meet. So, like I said, I'm reintroducing everybody to American Fox. What I'm going to show you right now is I don't like it personally, only because she's in danger, of course. But this is American Fox in action. Yep. That's another Wonder Woman cosplayer. Her name is Linda Lucia Carter, and you can find her on Facebook and Instagram. And both American Fox and I are followers of her. Give me one moment. Sorry about that. Here is American Fox again. She looks like Wonder Woman. She's an Amazon like Wonder Woman, but the only difference between her and Wonder Woman, there's no lasso. And here's the other picture of her. I mean, she's truly beautiful. And here we go. So one thing about her is that she loves chatting with people about superheroines. It could be Batgirl, Supergirl, Galaxy Girl, Sapphire Strike, Vampirella, Black Cat, Elektra, you know. But American Fox is American Fox 24/7. And I mean, there's no... Oop. There we go. And it's a smaller picture. Sorry about that. She has been, like I said, this podcast's #1 supporter. Most of the questions you see come up on the podcast for guests have been through her until I throw some in myself. She's been the friend that I would want more with. I don't know how many of you have ever seen the movie Friends with Benefits with Justin Timberlake and Mila Kunis. It's about these two people that just broke up in their relationships, and she is representing Justin with a company, and they meet up and they get to know each other. As they got to know each other, they make a little promise to themselves. No relationship, just sex, yada, yada, yada. And they do that, and Justin introduces her to his family, etc. And this is how I felt. And because of that, I'm breaking off my friendship with American Fox because of that feeling. But I will tell you this. American Fox, I can keep stating it, is the greatest person I will ever meet in my life. Yeah, I've been in a complicated relationship, but that complicated relationship has fallen apart. Literally, it's been falling apart every time I've turned around, and I've been going more American Fox. I've been trusting American Fox more and being more comfortable with American Fox. And, you know, the superheroine that she is, she's found the anchor that you heard in last night's or Monday's podcast that I did with Farzan. She found that quote unquote anchor, and she did everything possible to dig it out and you know, being like the superheroine that she is, you know, saved my world. And I felt bad. I feel bad because she can't, as much as I have to save my own world. But she is the greatest person you will ever meet. And um again, she's looking for real people to chat with. And I really hope that like I said, you know, she's looking for real people. She's great to chat with. She's great to know. I mean, look at her. I mean, look how beautiful she is. She mesmerized me from day one when we started chatting. And through all this time, she never gave up on me. And when she did, it wasn't for long, because I guess she realized, you know, how much I meant to her. But again, to myself, I would think she was worth more than just a friend. I mean, I wanted to have a relationship with this superheroine. Literally, I did. I mean, you all will think I'm cuckoo and need to see a psychiatrist. She is a real life superheroine. I cannot lie. And she will explain that to you. You know, she has the mastiff, like the tiara. She has the arm cuffs. And she has a belt, power belt, like Wonder Woman has. Just no lasso. She's as strong as Wonder Woman. But when you get to know her, you really get to know the real beauty of American Fox. I learned it, and as I learned it, I took too much out of it. And because of that, it made me feel like I wanted more. And that's one thing American Fox can't do. I mean, I can't have her stop being a superheroine to be with me. And even if she was with me, I mean, I couldn't break her away from what she does. And that's being American Fox, being that superheroine that saves the day. And defeats criminals and literally just is that crime fighter that you truly want in your neighborhood. I mean, she's amazing. I can't stop saying that. She's beautiful. She's hot. She's sexy. I mean, I showed you action of her being pinned to a vehicle. You think I got upset about it? Oh yeah, I was a little scared, but she eventually pushed the vehicle back. It took a little bit more time than you think. She's always looking for new followers, live followers, not bots. Okay, if you're watching this video and you want to talk to her, literally talk to her, please go on Twitter, which is x.com/American Fox 4, or on Instagram at instagram.com/American Fox 12018. And literally comment on the picture. Okay? Comment on her picture. And the picture that she has, I don't have on me right now. So when you go on Twitter or Instagram, she has that picture posted. Comment on it. Literally comment on it. Talk to her. Because, like I said, she loves talking superheroines with you. If you're a superheroine fan, you're into Batgirl, Supergirl, Zatanna, any type of superheroine, she'll talk with you about it. She'll ask you for your opinion. And she loves sharing things. You share things with her, she may share things back with you. And believe me, you know, there's better people that want to talk to her than me. I mean, like you heard me say on Monday, I'm my own worst enemy. I'm too negative for her. Okay? I'm truly too negative for her. And that's one thing that American Fox is against. So don't, and if you do go on Instagram or Twitter, please do not badmouth her because of me. Because it's my fault, not hers. So don't take it out on her, please. Okay? She is truly innocent of everything. Like, everything that's gone on in our friendship was because of me, and she don't deserve that. Yes, she has questions for future guests that are coming up. I will bring up the picture of her. I will read the questions for, bring her questions out. But in reference to the friendship, I'm done. But it's not because of her, like I said. So, if you love superheroines, and I really hope you do, follow American Fox. Follow a real life superheroine. I mean, yeah, you on Instagram you see all these cosplayers, like Linda Carter cosplayer that I showed you doing a video of her transforming from Diana Prince into Wonder Woman from the first season. I mean, she's another one to follow. We both follow her. I will say that. We both follow Linda Carter cosplayer. We're both fans of Linda Carter cosplayer. I tried to get her, I made attempts to get her on the podcast, but due to language wise, I mean, I'm gonna try one more time to get her on. But I would also love to have American Fox come on in person and literally, you know, chat on YouTube and really explaining herself more. But she's American Fox. She's got to go out there. She's got. There we go. We're back. Um, yeah. So, like I said, and I've said it before that this friendship was over with, but every time I made an attempt to end the friendship, it was hard to, because of, I mean, like I said, look at her, literally, look at her. Let me take myself out for a minute. American Fox is the one that kept this podcast going. I wanted to end it because I was giving up, and I'm still giving up. But American Fox wouldn't let me. She's like, she believed in me. She truly believed in me. And I got greedy. I wanted the whole 9 yards. And because of that, I put her in a position that wasn't comfortable. And all I could do is be sorry for everything I've done. Every moment. All I could ever do is be sorry. So I'm coming to you, the viewers, the listeners that listen to the podcast on anchor.fm/life with Joey Calvo. I'm coming to you. I'm coming to those superheroine lovers. I want you to literally go on Twitter or go on Instagram or go on both and follow American Fox and literally say something to her. Literally say, hi, I heard about you on the Life with Joey Calvo podcast, and I'd like to get to know you. Or, matter of fact, she even has her email posted on Instagram and Twitter. So even if you emailed her, in the storyline, put saw on Life with Joey Calvo podcast. Literally talk to her. Okay? I'm not giving out her email because it's not my right. She posted on Instagram, she posted on Twitter, that's her right, not mine. So I'm not going to share the email. But you can go on Instagram or Twitter, you may see her email. Like I said, email her. But put in the subject line, saw on Life with Joey Calvo podcast. And if she comes to me and says, hey, somebody wrote to me and wants to chat superheroine, then I proved my point. And I will back away, which I'm planning on anyway. I will back away, and you, the viewers, you chat with her, you get to know American Fox, and know American Fox for American Fox, and what she does, and who she is, and how she saved the world. Because she, like I said, she has the biggest heart you'll ever find out. I mean, I can't stop crying because of what I've done. You know, I've mentioned on this podcast many times, including Monday, I could never forgive myself for what I've done in my life. And what I've done with American Fox, I could never, ever forgive myself. Ever. I mean, she's forgiven me. Yes. God's forgiven me for my past life. I won't. I've said many times, I am my own worst enemy. I'm not lying to you. I mean, we have podcasts coming up. And American Fox has questions. And I literally have the questions with the guest. So when the guest comes on, you'll see, and you're watching this YouTube channel on the live stream during the time that the guest is on, you will see those questions from American Fox. Yes, like I said, her picture will come up again even after I stop talking to her. Only because I got, as a host, I have to present the questions that come from viewers, fans, supporters, even if they're superheroines. And most of these questions you will ever see of her. Matter of fact, if you again watch the last podcast I did with Farzad on Monday, you will hear him even say that she brought up some great questions. Okay? And most of those questions, believe it or not, if you really watch the podcast, if you watch the live stream, okay, most of those questions are about me. How can you not feel more than just a friend if you're bringing up questions about the person you care about? You know? But, again, that's how I took it. And because of that, I eventually have to end this friendship with American Fox. But you don't have to. You can reach out to American Fox again on Twitter or on Instagram. It's on the screen. Follow her. Literally say something. Because most of the people that have gone on just sit there. They'll probably like a couple of the reposts that she does on Twitter, but doesn't say anything. I mean, right now I've been liking them only because we chat another way. But if her email is on Instagram, if it shows on Twitter, if it shows on, there was one more website that I had found her on. She didn't even know she was on it because it had been so long. I forgot what it was. Introduce yourself to her. Get to know American Fox. Because believe me, she would like to get to know you. And if you're going to talk superheroine with her, do it. You want to share superheroine videos with her? Do it. Because then you both can have a real conversation and literally learn who American Fox is and her beliefs about superheroines and her opinions on other superheroines. I mean, deep down, I could tell you that she is to me, she is the hottest superheroine I have ever met. I'm not saying Linda Carter cosplayer is hot. I'm not saying Linda Carter, the original Wonder Woman's hot. But American Fox right now is like the hottest superheroine I've ever got to know. And I messed it up. I literally messed it up like I did with everything else in my life. And all I could do, like I said, is be sorry for all that happened. But again, I'm coming to you, the viewers that watch these podcasts, that watch the YouTube video podcasts. I want you, if you really want to be a support, you literally need to talk to her on Twitter or on Instagram. If you find her email in there, email her, but in the subject line, make sure you put Saw on Life with Joey Calvo podcast. Because if she sees that, then she knows that you're a real person. But do not badmouth her. Do not blame her for why I ended the friendship. Because again, she is in it. She has nothing to do with what was going on. It's all me. And that's one thing, guys. Some guys, I'm saying some, I didn't say most, I said some. Some guys don't take responsibility for what they do. Or if they do, they quote unquote skirt it. I take full responsibility for everything I do. That's why I'm very hard on me. That's why I don't forgive myself. Because of the responsibility I put on me. I put myself on a level that I can't touch. I can reach it, but I can't touch it. And I never will be able to touch it. Because if I could touch that and climb over that, then I'll be a better person. But I don't see that. How can you not love this superheroine? I mean, I love this superheroine to death, to the point where I pushed it. And again, I'm sorry that I'm sounding like I'm whining and crying, and I am, because I mean, she's the greatest person I ever got to know. She's not like the so-called friends on Facebook that tell you what to do. She gives her opinion, but she doesn't put it in the form of, you need to do this. She doesn't do that, and she won't do that with you. She will not do that with you at all. So, follow her on Twitter at x.com/American Fox 4, or on Instagram at Instagram.com/American Fox 12018. I thank you for watching this impromptu Life with Joey Calvo podcast. I thank you for when you listened on anchor.fm/Life with Joey Calvo. I thank you for that. It's got 3,230 downloads last I checked. But I thank you. And I really want you to go to ko-fi.com and search Life with Joey Calvo and be a supporter of this podcast. Okay? because I have a podcast in September as of right now. I think I have one podcast that I had to reschedule for September. But I have podcasts coming up on the 20th, 26th, 27th, and then September 23rd. But at the same time, I really want you, and again, do not badmouth her. Do not blame her for my actions. Okay? If you're going to get to know American Fox, talk physically with American Fox. Literally. Go on Instagram, go on Twitter, and say, hey, American Fox, I saw you on the Life with Joey Cabo podcast. I'd like to get to know you. Or if you see her email her and say, listen, in the subject line, like I said, put in, I saw you on the Life with Joey Cabo podcast. And I'd like to get to, talk to her. And she replies to you, she would be happy. And then, like I said, I will be out of the way and you continue where I left off. And she will probably tell you where I left off. But you need to literally chat with her. Just following her is not enough. Okay? Yes, follow her on Instagram, follow her on Twitter, but you literally need to put words to it. Okay? Let her know that you want to talk to her. Because when she sees the emails from somebody else that come up with the subject line that's got Life with Joey Calvo in the subject line, she will be happy to hear from you. Okay? She will be literally happy to hear from you. Okay? And literally have a conversation with her. And be amazed of getting to know who American Fox really is. Like I said, I got to know who she is. I showed you who she is. I told you how much she meant the world to me. And I told you what I wanted out of it. And I destroyed it because of that. So, again, don't take it out on her because she does not deserve it. If you're going to get to know her, follow her on Twitter, follow her on Instagram, and say something. Comment on a picture. Comment on a post that she did. On Twitter, she's got a lot of them. Okay? On Instagram, she's just got the picture of her. But comment on that picture of her. She loves to hear that. And believe me, once she hears that, you can take over where I left off. And all I could do, like I said, all I could do is be sorry for everything I did. And American Fox knows where I stand. American Fox knows I believe in her. And always will be, even when I'm not around. So, believe me, I really am asking you, the viewers that watch this YouTube video, I want you to literally go on Twitter or go on Instagram or go on both, click on a post from American Fox, and comment. Because I want it to come back to her, knowing that there's real people that want to get to know American Fox. And I thank you for watching this impromptu live with Joey Calvo live stream. God bless you all.